Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another one of my Ascension messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson, and today we are doing tarot and free chat bar readings after. I just like to say hi with Penny this morning. And say hi. Penny's growing, like really growing. She's really growing, isn't you, Penny? Yeah, beautiful. Yes. So I'm going to have to get my mind into it now. I'll put her down in a minute because I won't be able to do anything. But for a bit of housekeeping at the beginning, I do have classes coming up. Those classes are $20 per person, and they're every fortnight, Monday. So next Monday, the 6th of March in Australia time, which would probably be the day before if you're over in Europe or whatever. Check that out. It's on my website, Codes to a New Reality. You can book there. We've sorted out all the booking issues. Just click on, if you do get to the calendar, click on if it says no available date, it'll be just for that day. So you just have to click on the 6th of March and it will come all show. It's got a big button there saying show next available date. Click on that and you can book. It's really easy. And come and join us. It's an amazing class. You never know what's going to happen too. So I'm going to keep it open, although we do have a bit of a format happening at the moment. And what else? I have just put a video up about chat with Catman. If you want to go check that out, it's really cool. It just ended up being this chat. I'm probably not the best interviewer in the world, but I love chatting with people and sharing. So we were really in the thick of it, of understanding channelings and where we're going in this world and all that. And our own journeys came up. It was really cool. Love to share that with you. Also, I'm excited about this week because I'm actually doing something really fun at the moment that I really love. I was given these messages back in 2011 when I had contact with the Palladians, or 2010 and 11 actually, but 2010 this happened. And it was all to do with hidden messages that were told in tales. And I'm now putting a lot of these messages together in a video. I'm really excited about that one coming up. It's going to be a beautiful video. I might do a talk before it as well. And what else is coming up? So I have my channelings on Thursdays as well. So check in with that because I'm mainly a channeler. I only started learning tarot about when I split up with 2 years ago. I sort of dabbled into it a year and a half ago. And obviously I've got the hang of it now. But channeling is my main game because I'm a seer and could see these different entities, different beings from different planets and everything. I literally could see them where others would see them in their mind. I would see them outside myself, and they wouldn't come when you tried. They just come sporadically. And so I had the ability to be able to converse with them, and then it turned into telepathic, and then it turned into channeling. Well, telepathy is channeling in my eyes. Anyway, I'm not really focused at the moment with her, so I'm going to put her down. And she's so beautiful. And then we'll get into the reading, right? Thank you, Penny. Okay, let's do this. So they told me to title this, hey, Cherie. They told me to title this, They Push, You Thrive. Now, the reason why that was coming up is because we are finding in these days that there's a lot. This could happen obviously in a family dynamic. This could happen in a friendship dynamic or whatever, or even as a soulmate. Somebody will push you to a certain limit, and if you don't start attacking them and you start pulling it back into yourself and figuring out why they're pushing, because they can see some brilliance in you that you can't see in yourself, then you start to thrive. Well, even those that are so-called in charge at the moment are pushing in a way that's trying to funnel you into a certain direction, using your mind against you, and your imagination against you. But if we realize that we always have the power to thrive, we will always find another way out. One of the biggest things that's coming up this week is in where I am, there's this whole weirdness happening around food. And it's like certain foods have been held hostage, and they are not being sold in the shops. Certain foods, and it will go from one food to another. At the moment, the weirdest one is chips and processed potatoes and stuff like that. But potatoes are thriving. And I was even chatting to one of the shop owners, or not shop owners, shopkeepers, someone who's actually serving shop servers. And she's even saying, it's a bit weird because you do have a lot of potatoes. But what I'm really feeling from this and the understanding of it is that they're pushing us, they're trying to push us into a certain limitation or a certain corner that they can control us with through our own fear and victimization of ourselves, of needing them. But when we start to thrive, we start to realize we don't need them. So when someone gets pushed that far, especially, so you can easily see it when it comes to teenagers and an overbearing father, and they push them to the point where the teenager just goes, you know what, I don't need this anymore. I'm moving into a different reality than what you were trying to push me into. But they're actually helping that teenager in a certain respect. There is a help there, because that teenager might not have moved into that perceived reality where they're standing on their own 2 feet and thriving now, because they're trying to prove that they do have all that they need within themselves, and they don't want to become, the attacker or anything like that. They're just starting to shift their reality into the desired created reality that they want to bring in. So just as a thought with all of this that's happening, this is probably going to happen over the next couple of years. But as they push, we thrive. We just keep on saying, oh, I see you're pushing that way. You're pushing with the food thing. Okay, we'll start growing our own food. We'll start finding out ways of trusting that we'll always have food on our plate. We'll start to ask the universe to show us a new way. It's pushing us into an outside the box kind of unconventional way of thinking that's helping us thrive through these times, through these new energies. And also, the more that they feel they don't have control, the more they will look like they're pushing. But in the end, it's going to come full smack back in their face, because it's not going to work now. The energies have shifted. And the only thing that really thrives now is when we come from our love and our hearts and for ourselves, and then obviously extend that out into our environment, which is our reflection of ourselves and the people in our environment. And if you're coming from a place of actually trying to control someone outside of you, you are going to fall, because it's not coming from your heart base, and that's what the new energies are all about at the moment. The other thing that they're bringing up, I haven't even pulled any cards. The other thing that they're bringing up, though, is to do with living in the moment and really focusing in on that. It's really funny. They're saying it's not It is a focus in the respect of that you catch yourself and your mind doing the monkey chatter and everything. But really it's an unfocus, because it is a letting go of the necessary thought patterns that we have constantly repeating over in our heads as we are waking up. And those thought patterns that are happening, that are churning to try to find a way out or a way in or a way to thrive or whatever, is just your logical mind fixated on what you believe reality should be or could be, or and yet that is a limited concept of reality, because reality is an unending possibilities. There is just, it's unending. So when we say no to that, and we trust in the vibrational feeling that we have in this very moment as we are right here, right now, then every time we just move through life in this feeling of just going, you know what, my logical mind doesn't know all the answers. If I need it, I can grab it. If I need it, I can, but it doesn't know all the answers. And if I'm repeating something over and over again, then it literally is your logical mind. Take a deep breath, bring yourself to the moment, touch yourself, or touch your shoulder or whatever, touch whatever's closest to you, so you're bringing yourself into the moment. Take that deep breath and say, I am as I am right now, and allow yourself to just move through life, feeling that anxiety fall away. That anxiety is literally just your mind trying to find a way out of something, where the way is always present when you're living in the moment. And that's a whole, it's not as easy as all that, but it comes with practice. It's like going to the gym and exercising certain muscle. As you keep catching yourself, and then you keep bringing yourself back into the moment and just going, it doesn't know everything. I am trusting that my happy feeling, or my good feeling, or my less anxiety feeling is going to bring me into a better moment. Then it will be present. It will come to you. And it's just practice as we go along. But keep bringing yourself back into that moment, especially if there is something pushing you into a certain quarter that you don't want to go. It is a big trust game within us and how we feel, and our outside universe and how it reflects that. It's a big trust game. And it's not to say that you don't need to do action, or you don't need your logical mind or anything like that, but we are in control of it then, of when we want to bring it in, when we want to remember something that's going to definitely help us on our path, or when that's just coming in to give us more anxiety. So just be aware of that at the moment, especially this week. There are energies provided for us to reach higher levels of awareness. And it's just going to keep on ramping up and ramping up and ramping up. And it's amazing how many are waking up at the moment. They're very excited about how many are waking up. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords that just popped out. Hey, ladies about and Jules. I started a little bit early this morning because I'm having a little bit of, it's not too much trouble, but we're only just reaching the train for my daughter to go to school in nick of time. And there's been a couple of times I've had to drive her, which is not wise, so, because there's a lot of traffic on the road. So I thought if I start that little bit earlier from now on, or I'm thinking of changing the time till when I come back, which would be 8:30. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Let's see what's going on for the energies now for human collective and our ascension. We have a few that's popped out. I'm going to take them. I feel like I need to take them. So, okay, we have quite a few popped out. That's okay. I'm going to take them. Right. Ooh, okay. Here we have, interesting. So first card that's come out is the Two of Swords. So really seeing in your life where you are blinded, where you have, I don't want to see that. I just don't want to even approach it. I don't want to look into that. If I do, then I have to go through too much and my anxiety will kick in and all of that sort of stuff. So I'm not going to look at it. Well, it is always going to be present. The anxiety is going to bleed into your life anyway, because when you are blinded, so to speak, or got a veil over your eyes, and then you're always using your imagination to think up sometimes the worst story. And usually when you untie the blindfold, you look around, it's not as bad as what you thought, because what you're thinking is something that happened in the past, and where you're at now is not there. And so it's not as bad, and it's a lot easier to move through these transitions or these clearings than what it was, say, 5 years ago when the problem did start. So they're really asking us to have faith and trust and take off that blindfold and look and stare at our the things that are coming up, look them straight in the eye and just go, okay, this is where I am right here, right now. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm still happy. I'm still moving towards what I desire. I want to move past this issue. They want us to take off these blindfolds and see reality clearly for what it is, and stop playing the so-called victim of our life so that others can control us. Because the more we decide to keep that blindfold on, the more we're reliant on somebody else to lead us somewhere that they want to take us, and we're saying that we're not trusting our own side anymore, we're trusting them. Really, they're like bringing me back to, what is that saying? I'm not religious at all, but it's like, just see if I can tap into what the blind leading the blind, or thou shalt see. Something about thou shalt see. I'm not religious though, so telling me something I'm not really usually in my mind. Anyway, so we really are starting to come into this whole understanding of what the reality that we've created is, and what it was, what it is now, and where we're going. And that's bringing us to an ace, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Emotions. And our emotions are necessary in the reflection of when we realize our emotions are actually helping us connect to our soul. I see this as a soul card. I see this as, wow, we're finally getting it, where our soul can communicate with us through feeling. It's not, our logic communicates with us through language because it's been taught language. But our soul will always communicate through us through feeling. And our emotions are driven through our body to try to warn us or help us enjoy our life, or whatever it is that's happening, depending on the emotion that's arising within you in that moment, for the soul to say, yes, this is a happy place. This is where I feel really relaxed and really content. Or yes, this is something that is pulling at my heartstrings and making me feel like I need to cry for a bit and understand that there's a release needing to happen here. But it's the soul that's speaking to us through our hearts, through our emotions, through our feelings. And when we get this card, I'm feeling like we're finally getting it. We're starting to understand that we're not just our monkey mind chatter, or we're not just some, a superficial person outside of ourselves trying to dictate where we're going to go and keep on implanting those thoughts in us. This brings us to the Hermit. which is understanding the light was always within us. So we've gone from Two of Swords to the Ace of Cups to the Hermit. And the Hermit is, I need to go back inside myself and see the light within me so that I can take my next step with clarity, that I am responsible for everything that I do in my world. The Hermit, when I see him taking off his cloak, he's to me like Merlin the wizard. He's like the magician card. And for some reason, it's like I've done the inner journey and now I'm ready to become the magical me. And it's followed with Temperance. So we're coming into a really beautiful balance of allowing our thoughts and our emotions to merge into this. We're allowing everything. We're accepting everything. We're enjoying the process. We're seeing it as the adventure. We're either seeing something that's feeling as an adventure to clear it and move into something better. And they're also bringing me right now to, even if something has happened, is happening to you that's not so good. In the past, when we tried to clear it, it would have been a really hard thing to clear because we didn't have this understanding of going deep within ourselves. And so we keep on thinking that we've cleared it, but it keeps popping back up into our life again, and we keep reacting to it the same way. Now, when we get to this point where we're in balance and understanding what the clearing really means is to purge all of that has no bearing on the moment now. We are now clearing it enough for it to not, if it does come back, we don't have the same reaction anymore. And that is us stepping forward into a higher dimension. This is us stepping into it, our ascension, so to speak. Because next to that is the Nine of Swords, which is waking up and thinking of what ifs. And this is going to happen. That's that monkey mind that's coming back into play again. So we have this whole beautiful story of taking off our blindfold, moving into our heart space, understanding that we're the light within, finding balance, and then we return back to, holy crap, my mind is being triggered again. And this is the pattern that the whole of us are going through. We just keep on going through it. Oh my God, my mind is triggered again. Why? Because you cleared the last problem. And so now our mind's getting triggered into the next stage. It's literally peeling the onion off. So we peel one layer of the onion only to find, oh my God, now I can get to that layer. I didn't see that layer before because it was covered up by this layer. And so it is a process, and don't be too hard on yourself, but it does get easier as you go along of thinking, of catching yourself thinking the unwanted thoughts, and empowering yourself with the fact that you can move through, take off the blindfold with the unwanted thoughts, and see it for what it truly is, where it came from. Is it present now? If it is, then it's showing you right in this moment how you can take your power back. And when we take our power back, the very last card was success, victory. Where do we really want to go? What's our desired outcome? We achieve what we really want to. And this is us stepping into the desired work that we want to do. Like if you always wanted to, I don't know, be telepathic with animals and bring a whole new reality to this beautiful planet, where that is starting to become something rather than an outside the box field. And then all of a sudden you start to see, because you peeled away all of these layers and you took the time with the Hermit to find balance within yourself, and then you allowed the next layer to show up, that's going to drive us into this understanding that we have the fears drop away. The fears literally fall from our reality. We don't feel the same as what we did before. And so we can take these new steps, these new ways of moving into our desired careers. We're no longer feeling victimized and having these thoughts in our head to say, well, that person over there deserves it better than me. That is literally you hiding because you don't feel like you're as good as that person, for starters, and that you don't have anything to bring to the table as much as what they do, or their reality is way more important than yours, which is not true. That you're here now. So if you're cracking through the matrix to try to bring in something completely different, like I said, talking to animals or something, bringing up that there are other energies out there that we can't see and all that sort of stuff. If you are cracking the matrix and bringing through a new career, a new job, a new understanding, and people are starting to see that it's necessary for us to have these careers, these are all of the, that's interesting. These are all of the feminine careers being sparked rather than the doing masculine careers. These are all the magic of the feminine side, the intuition, the strength of our connection to our outside reality through feelings, and to our soul, and that means everything starts to shift into these different desired jobs coming through. They're taking me right back to the beginning when Atlantis fell, and that we had this kind of a go-between stage where there was still present so-called wizards and witches, or people that had magic. They had the ability to be able to tap into their right hemisphere and their feminine side. And they were still present, and they hadn't completely been persecuted. That's literally what we're stepping into now. We're bringing it back, and with the strength now of understanding that both logic and intuition is needed at any given moment within our reality, and it's an acceptance of all, rather than those back there. They would have probably only been powerful in the feminine, in the magic side of them, but didn't necessarily understand how far logic could take us in building these beautiful homes. And logic can actually bring us beauty as well. It can, and so long as it's desired by Earth herself as well, and we have that connection. But instead of, we wouldn't be mining anything. We'd be intuitively guided to where Mother Earth says, yes, dig this, or the tree is neat. But we really know it, rather than just pretending to know it or anything like that. There's this whole new reality that's been sparked. So they're really showing it off to me at the moment. I'm trying to give it to you guys. But you stepping into the jobs that you really want, into what your soul is calling for, peeling away those layers until the fear falls away, until you get there, seems to be the prevalent energies at the moment. And that's going to offer up amazing gifts. People are going to start noticing you in what you really wish to do, and there's many out there that have had desired thoughts of wanting to help others, or wanting to find those that have these abilities, and give them a boost, and then they become, in their job, they start to form their job of helping others that are bringing up the feminine careers that haven't been present in the past, because we didn't have the ability to be telepathic or understand more outside the box. Okay, so that's a lot. So, hey lady, hey Jules, hey Michelle, hey Sumac, Emmy, Sarah, Michelle. Said Michelle already. Good morning. Oh my God, so true. And thanks for confirmation. Yay, I love that. Don't you love it when you have this confirmation happening? I do. Okay. I'm going to see what the animals have to say for this week. So we've got the shamanic animal cards. The spirit of animals is what they're called, oracle. See what they have to say. I feel like there's an animal. I'm not surprised. The wolf came out, and I have been seeing wolf everywhere at the moment. So there's this independence happening within us. Wolf is an independent animal. The power of animals is so immense because they are just what they are. They don't try to be anything else. Only reason why humans try to be everything else is because they know there's more to themselves, but they can't quite reach their authentic self without bringing in the feminine intuitive side of themselves, and yet they don't think that that's possible because they've been programmed to think it's not possible. Okay, so we've got the wolf, and we got another one coming out. We have a fox. Wow, 2 dog-like, and I had Penny in this morning, right? If you guys didn't see, I actually had Penny up this morning. So if you want to go back to the beginning, wolf pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. Oh my gosh, see exactly what I'm talking about. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have love that endures. That is exactly what I just read with the tarot cards, and it's all here on this one card. Ta-da! Okay, we also have the fox that came out. The reason I am also pulling out, there was another one that had popped in my head, is the dog, and we had Penny on my lap as well. And I'm feeling like the wolf is more the intuitive side of ourselves, and the dog is more the logical side of ourselves. The dog is, used to being at home and all of that, where the wolf is used to going out into the wild and using its instincts and stuff like that. The fox come up as well. Clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Solutions to problems are easily found. Now, that's another thing I brought up. Always listen to your instincts. Same stuff, same story. Resources surround you. We will always have what's needed. As we shift from the logical programming reality of someone's dictating to you and telling you what you should and shouldn't do and all that sort of stuff, as we're shifting from that into our magical self, where don't be so hard on yourself that you go, well, I should never do that again. You utilize it. Utilize what you need in your world. Like, we're not just, if you don't have a garden, you're not going to just stop going to the shop and then go, I have to have a garden now, so I'm not going to eat anything until my garden grows. That would be foolish. We're still to use the logical side of ourselves. We're not going to just completely stop what's happening, but there's a process. So the process is an acceptance. Process is an allowance, but also in seeing where we want to go and seeing the final outcome of feeling empowered and being responsible, taking responsibility for your own creation of what you want, your desire is. But if you need to use what's already present and it is helping, then use it. Be aware of that as well. I think that was an add-on message there for you guys. So what else am I going to take? Okay, I'll take one more card and then we'll get into the free readings. Yeah, I get these ones pretty big. I think these are my Alice in Wonderland cards. Oh my God, I love Penny and all pups. She's growing. She's growing now. She's funny. She doesn't like the car, but she loves it when we get to where we're going. Okay, message for this week, please. Do you have a message for this week? This week. Help guide us this week. Yeah, look out for my next video too. It is on all these hidden messages through tales, mainly focusing on fairy tales. There's all these hidden messages there. They were put there as codes. Nothing seems to be wanting to come out, or is it that? Taking a while. Here we go. Okay, so we have curiouser and curiouser. And as we go, that's literally what drives humanity and actually saves our bacon, honestly, curiosity. Because that's why I don't like that whole, everything that they've told us is so backwards. What is it? Curiosity killed the cat or something like that. Anyway, curiosity breaks through the limitations because we're wanting to know what's on the other side, right? Discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity, even weirdness. Like weirdness in these days would be someone who is literally using their feminine right brain to move into the magical side of themselves. That is the weirdness, right? But in the end, it will become a natural phenomenon for everyone. That's another reason why they keep bringing out movies of if you're too powerful, then you have everyone coming at you. It's not like that. It's just not like that. That's all those movies are showing the fear-based scenario of everything. It's when you step into your power, you're aligning with those that are helping and supporting you, and it's just a dream story that starts to come into your reality. So curiosity and becoming braver, and that's literally peeling away that onion of all those levels, right? We start to go, okay, I know how to do this, even though it's a different story that's come up, a different layer that's coming up. I did it before. I understand I have to go through it. I can't hide from it. I can't repress it. I need to go through it and see where my lack is, where I gave my power away, understand how I can take the reins to creating my own reality. Why am I feeling this blockage? Where is it coming up from? What story was relevant to it in the past? All of that. So becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Yeah. So that's the Alice in Wonderland. I'll take some free readings if you like as well. And we'll go from there. If anyone wants a reading, just say yes, please. Okay. Just thinking. Well, everyone is saying yes. Justin Scoff, yes, please. I just pulled a card out, but I'm going to put it back in and do another one, Justin. I was thinking it was for the first person, but it will come out again if it's necessary. Justin's energy. Justin. 3 of Wands in reverse. I don't know why, but I'm feeling you. It's like something's happened where you feel a little shaky. Almost like nervous to take the next step or something like that. 2 other cards did come out. Literally you stepping into your power of who you are, and it's something new. It's something new that you are trying to achieve here. So it's reminding me of whenever we step into something new, we're stepping into unknown territory. It's like if we step onto another a stair or whatever, it becomes scary, like, because it feels wobbly. You're not sure where you're at. That's when you have to be patient with yourself. Like, literally say to yourself, it's okay. I'm stepping into something completely new, in a new endeavor, a new something that's feeling a bit like anxiety is taking you, and I also see someone pushing you at the same time. It's interesting. But just just say to yourself, it's okay. I'm allowed to sit here and just get used to this vibration, this new vibration, this new me, this new standing up for myself, this new something. Yeah, so that's for you this week. Justin, Michelle. I keep seeing people around you. Anyway, I'll just leave that one. Okay, Michelle. Otherwise, I end up doing a full-blown reading, right? Michelle. Oh, that one just flew over the side there. And look at it is the Fool. So you are literally jumping off a proverbial cliff into an unknown territory, into unknown territory. Okay, so you might have felt like you're the Fool. You don't feel like you're the Fool doing this, but others might see that as the only thing that I think you really have in your head is that others might think that you feel like you're the Fool. And so you're like, oh, what are they going to think if I do this sort of thing? But you don't feel like you're a Fool for doing whatever you're going to do that's different than what you normally would, even if it is the way you're acting now, or the different. They're literally showing me a clear slate, and you're starting a clear slate, and you're starting afresh, new you. You're redesigning yourself. And sometimes when we do that, we do seem to others that we are different. And that's when they might fall away if they can't handle the different you. So that could be happening for you this week. Jules. You're welcome, Justin. Thanks for saying thanks. Jules. Okay, Jules, we have the World card coming up for you. Wow. I love this. There's a feeling of completion. Well, the world means completion, right? But I'm feeling like, oh, yay. Oh, okay. It's not like everything's there yet that your desired reality is, but it's like, you know what, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a rest. I'm just going to enjoy being present for a while and not worrying about everything. I think that's the feeling I'm getting with this card, is for you to take a break, a rest from even moving towards a desired outcome. It's just be really present in the next couple of days or sometime during this week. Just be really present. Just say, I'm not going to think about anything. I'm not going to do anything unless I want to do it. I'm just going to move through my life feeling good. And I actually did this last weekend, where I just dropped everything. I didn't want to think about this or anything, and I ended up going to the art gallery with my partner, and to the beach with Penny, and we had an absolutely beautiful time. And I went to the home show. We just went to all these different places, and I went to Mind, Body and Spirit for a little bit. So we just went to all these different places, and we were really present in the moment, not worrying about anything, just dropping all of the, responsibilities. That's the word I want to get for you. just dropping your responsibilities for a while and just being present. Feel how that feels like. It actually feels really good. And things flow easier too when we sometimes take these breaks of moving towards just being present. Well, okay, so Sarah, you have this card landed pretty much on its side, which is the Four of Wands. And that is, Four of Wands is like unity coming in. I see. It's like somebody's standing on the sideline ready to come in and meet you or something. Spark in your eye is going to bring them in. There's something, there's like, I see this, your eyes just twinkling and just enjoying and really loving who you are. Also, they're wanting me to bring you to seeing yourself from an outside point of view, because you're harder on yourself than what everyone else can see this beauty in you, and yet you can't see it within you. So they want you to almost step out and observe yourself from their point of view in a manner of seeing the sparkle in your eye, seeing who you really truly are. It'll start to shift the perspective of what you think you are compared to what others can see. And when you take that back, the understanding that you are this beautiful person, you can start to feel that within yourself, then everything starts changing. You're bringing in people that are in unity with you, because you're not moving through life feeling like everyone else outside is all of that you are. Interesting. Cherie. Thank you, Jules. I've actually been feeling like doing just that. I love that. Cool. Cherie. Wow, Bobby, that was intense. I can't thank you enough. It aligns perfectly what I'm just learning. Love that. Okay, Cherie. I love helping. It makes my soul sing. Okay, Cherie. There's patience involved with you. Patience. They're showing me like a racehorse. Patience. You know, just before it's gonna leap out of the starting gates. Patience. Be more present with your life. Cherie. Okay, we have Strength card coming up. So there's something coming into your life that you've been preparing for, but you know you need strength. And it's almost like, well, I'm just going to go for it, because I almost feel like in the past you've just, to get through something, and I think I even have done this before as well, and I haven't even realized it myself till now. To get through something that you feel you need strength for, we kind of just go, I'm just going to rush it. I'm just going to go. I'm just doing it. But then we're not living in the present moment. We're missing opportunities through the strength of ourself, of being present and patient with it as it flows to us, and accepting the bits that we need to be strong as they come up. And the bits that we don't need to be strong, we're just feeling good about ourselves, and then we need to be strong. And so, because nothing is needing strength all the time, it's like little bouts of it, and so if we're allowing ourselves to be relaxed through the whole procedure, as the bits come in that you need your strength, then you are very strong because you've been relaxed before. That's the sort of feeling I'm getting for you. So yeah, something's coming up for you anyway. Who am I going to next? Maggie? Yeah, I think Maggie. Maggie. Hey, Jason, good to see you. Love and light to you too. So if you want a card, you just say yes, please. So we're up to Maggie. Now this card wanted to come up for you. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So, okay, it might feel like to you that things aren't moving, that things aren't going. There is some energy behind you that is actually meaning that it's moving you forward. There's something that you desire, and you're feeling like it's not, the Wheel of Fortune's not coming your way, but it's because it's like needing to wait for all of the pieces of the puzzle to come together, and that includes the new energies that are shifting into alignment for what you want to happen. So in between time, it's interesting when we actually get what we truly desire, all of a sudden we're in the thick of it. We're having to do the actions. We're having to be presenting ourselves or working or whatever it is that you're desiring. There's a lot more to it. And just before that happens, before the Wheel of Fortune is flipped, they want you to enjoy being in this no man's land. Enjoy it, because when you are in the action of it, when it actually comes your way, you'll be going, damn, I wish I took some time out before, because now I'm wanting time out. You know how you actually get to somewhere where you want to go, and then the time out that you had before, you're like, wow, why didn't I, instead of trying to run and all you're doing is running in the mud and it's going in circles, you're not really getting anywhere, no traction, then stop running, because you want to save your energy for the moment when the Wheel of Fortune comes in. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Lady Zabala. Yes, please, if it's meant to be. It's meant to be. You have the High Priestess in reverse. So you're striving to be more intuitive, more psychic, more allowing that feminine power to come in. I'm just going to see. You're traveling in the right direction. So you're moving away from the minds and the thoughts and everything. You are traveling in the right direction. But there is a balance that's needed. See the two nuns that's coming out here? There's a white nun on a black pillar and a black nun on a white pillar. Interesting enough, these usually have B and J on them. My name's Bobbie and my sister's name's Jane. Interestingly enough, she's very logical and I'm very spiritual. And we're actually at worlds apart, and that's what they're telling me at the moment. There's something within you that's still needing to be aligned, allowance of all that's present within you for you to step into the power that you're truly desiring. Okay. Guardian 98. Good to see. Okay, so I'm just looking for yes pleases at the moment. Thank you, Justin. I'm just going down here. Jessica Turner. Guardian 98. If you just say yes, please, I'll know that you want. Because sometimes people don't really want a card. They probably do, but I'm just trying to be respectful. Okay, Jessica Turner. Jessica. And seeing you moving into something unknown, An unknown territory. Too many, but I will take the top one. So we have pretty much, oh my God, okay, that's interesting. Pretty much everything that came out in the general reading has come out again for you. So listen to the general reading. But you have the Ace, you have the Ace of Chalice, you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, these are the cards that came out for the general reading. All of them are the cards that come out for the general. So interesting. But you also have the Three of Wands, and that was the first card that I saw. So you're stepping into taking the blindfold off and recognizing that you can shift all of this shadow stuff, this hard freaking mind crap that's going on in your head. You're starting to realize you are responsible only for peeling away your own issues, that you can't be, that anything that's happened to you in the past is only been a mere reflection, that you're the main denominator of your creating your reality. No one else is responsible for it. You're starting to realize this and stand your ground, stand who you are, and take responsibility back for shifting all of that. Because there's going to be rewards at the end of this, big rewards. You're going to be victorious. You are in the end. Okay. So, Jason, but listen to the first, go back to the beginning when I had Penny the puppy on my lap. And, yeah, there's some messages there for you specifically. Jason. Phuket. I hope I'm saying that right. Phuket. Phuket. Jason. Jason, you've got some good things coming your way. You've got 10 of Cups. Just fell out. This is one of the best celebratory, yes, it is a word, card. Okay, so playing through your life, like enjoying your life, playing more, being childlike, understanding the innocence of what children bring to the party, and you becoming more grounded with the fact that you can actually enjoy your life as you're moving through it. You don't have to be so serious. So the energies are really present for you to actually have what you're desiring at the moment. You are going to achieve your goals. You are going to achieve your goals. And King of Pentacles, look at that. So you are, they're also telling me don't be worried or concerned about how you are looking to the outside world, because when you're mature in this, I mean, we don't want to move through life being immature and acting like big kids and being stupid. But when you're playing with your life and enjoying it and you're mature with it, then they start to see that the light shining, like your happiness is literally going to wake up other people, because you're becoming the king of your world. You're becoming the creator, understanding that you can physically ground us. This is, kings always remain to me physically grounding the opportunities that are coming your way. So you're on the right path. You're definitely on the right path. Okay, Leanne. Yes, please, Leanne. A few flipped over, but I'm not going to take those. We'll start again. Maybe I thought you said nomad. Okay. Leanne. I just read this first year. Oh no. Thank you. Yes, learning to retire, but I will feel like I need to do something. So the second Saturn return. Oh, I don't follow astrology at all. But I'm guessing that I was on the right path there for you. I'm just going to get more focus in on Leanne's. For some reason, weirdly, they're flipping out. They're flipping out for you. New, learning something new, trying something different. That's what I'm seeing in this Five of Wands in reverse. Trying something different. Chalice, Knight of Chalice or Knight of Cups is someone coming in to offer you something, but it could look like it's not what you were looking for. But it actually, because the Six of Chalice is something from the past, so it might be something from the past that's coming up again, someone from the past coming up again, but it's not what you were looking for. It's bringing you to realizing that you have a choice at any given moment whether you allow them back in or not. Sometimes when we try something new, the past does come back at us. It's because we haven't cleared what was necessary to clear for us to really step into that newness fully without any fear. So that comes back up again for you to take hold of the choice that you want to make, whether you allow them in or not, whether you want to go down that story again or not, whether you see that they've shifted or not. Because remember, other people are shifting too. But if you feel the same energy as what you did in the past and you never cleared it in the past, it can come back up again for you to really see where you gave your power away and make a different choice, whether it's walking away from them or standing up for yourself and they walk away from you, or just standing up for yourself and then they have shifted and they are in acceptance of your power, of respecting you. Then allow them to be present in your life. Yeah. That's all right, Jason. True Score 78. True Score 78. Let's go this one. True Score 78. Yeah, I think I will either start earlier or I might start at 8:30 when I come back from dropping my child off at the train, because I like going a bit longer than an hour with these readings. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, True Score. True Score. Okay, so you might have had some heartbreak in the past that's still it's in reverse, so it's like now you understand the heartbreak or the problem that happened to you in the past that really got to you was necessary. There's an understanding of necessary because you're starting to stand your ground. It was on its side, so I'm going to say starting to stand your ground in understanding that. See, he's planted this Knave of Wands. He's planted it in the ground, and there's like little sprigs of new life coming up. The person that was fiery is walking away. They have all the fire, and they've been maybe even pushing it in your face or whatever, especially when we have this in reverse in the background here. Like, I'm feeling there was something that happened to you relationship wise that hurt you, and now you're standing up for yourself and they are walking away. It's not needed anymore. You're starting to see the power of you, which is literally, you don't know where you're going with this, but at least it's literally opening up a whole new reality for you to explore, because you can now see through that wasn't serving you. It was only pushing you into your power for you to be this person and go, I know who I am. Okay, so that was for True Score 78. Sherry, thank you, Bobby. All great messages. Yay. Anyways, I'll leave you guys here because I've got to go take my daughter to the train station. I will be live on Thursday with some more channel messages. I just purely channel on Thursday. I don't do tarot. I just bring up messages for everybody in the moment. And with my team is Palladian. I do speak to Arcturian source energy. I go straight to the guts of source energy because I have had that experience. And if you want to listen to some of the stories, I'm actually also thinking, because I did my whole life has been teetering on this reality and the next the whole way through. So I've many crazy ass stories that's happened to me that are very interesting. And I did this whole 6 video series of just me and my stories when I first started going live. So I'm like in this dark place, and I'm just speaking my truth. But I looked at one the other day and it's not so bad. So I might bring them up again for you guys, put them up as public for you guys to have a look at. If you are interested, it's a long story and there's a lot that happened to me. There was meeting of Cherokee elders, going to Illaroo with David Icke. There was finding gold, being taken to gold bracelets. There was benevolent beings coming to face me. There was meetings of the Anunnaki. There was UFO trips. There was all sorts of friggin' things happening in my life in the past. It's been a really interesting journey, talking telepathically, and getting a lot of confirmation from my reality, like real things. These are real things that have happened. Dreams, premonition dreams, and all sorts. Anyway, it all started when I was a kid, and it has not stopped. So if you're interested in seeing my life stories, I can make them public, but they are me when I very first came out and started chatting. It's just that to do the whole 6 videos again would take up a lot of my time. I might have to redo them again in the future. But if you're interested in seeing them, I'm a little bit nervous about bringing them up because they are me right at the very beginning, right? Yeah, which was only a year and a half ago or 2 years ago that I started doing this. Anyway, love you guys heaps. Until next time, love your energy. And don't forget, classes on next Monday. If you want to book for the class, it's only $20. And I teach you all these different things that I was taught on my journey, and also bringing through channeled messages and stuff like that for you to do exercises through the week and stuff. It's going to get more and more. I've only done 2, but the 3rd one, I'm starting to get really comfortable in it now. So love you guys heaps. Until next time. Bye.